Welcome to Fairy Tale Nights, where stories come alive and transport us to magical realms. Tonight, we invite you to unwind, close your eyes, and immerse yourself in the enchanting tale of the Little Mermaid, a timeless story penned by Hans Christian Andersen. Get comfortable, relax, and let your imagination dive deep into an underwater kingdom where love, sacrifice, and courage intertwine. Far beneath the shimmering surface of the ocean, where sunlight fades into twilight hues, lay a breathtaking underwater kingdom ruled by the wise and noble Sea King. This vast realm, hidden from human eyes, was a world of wonder and enchantment. At its heart stood the Sea King's grand coral palace, a marvel of nature and magic. Its spires of pink and gold reached toward the ocean's surface, glittering with the light of bioluminescent creatures that danced around it like tiny stars. The sea teemed with life. Schools of fish, dazzling in every color imaginable, darted gracefully through coral forests. Majestic whales sang deep, resonant songs that echoed through the waters, and playful dolphins leapt in joyous arcs. Merfolk, with their shimmering tails and melodious voices, filled the kingdom with chatter and song. It was a place of beauty and harmony, a paradise where the ocean's mysteries unfolded with every current. Among the Sea King's many daughters, the youngest was the most extraordinary. Known as the Little Mermaid, she was a creature of unparalleled beauty and boundless curiosity. Her long, fiery red hair flowed like living flames through the water, and her voice was as melodious as the waves gently caressing the shore. Though beloved by all who knew her, the Little Mermaid often seemed distant, her gaze fixed on the waters above. She lived in a world of splendor, but her heart yearned for something more. The mysterious world above the waves called to her, a siren song she could not ignore. The Little Mermaid spent countless hours exploring the remnants of human shipwrecks, her treasure trove of artifacts growing with every expedition. She marveled at each object she found: a tarnished fork, a cracked mirror, a jeweled comb. To her, these items were not mere relics of a lost world, but clues to a life she could only imagine. Her fascination with the human world was fueled by her grandmother's tales. The old mermaid would gather her granddaughters around and weave stories of bustling cities, where humans walked on two legs and wore strange and beautiful clothing. She spoke of green fields stretching endlessly beneath a vast blue sky, and mountains so high they seemed to touch the heavens. Her words painted vivid pictures in the Little Mermaid's mind, igniting an insatiable curiosity. Yet, no story could satisfy her longing to experience it all firsthand. The Little Mermaid often swam to the surface, gazing at the distant horizon where the sea kissed the sky. She imagined the lives of humans, their joys and sorrows, and their strange, enchanting world. Her dreams were filled with visions of walking among them, feeling the grass beneath her feet, and understanding the mysteries of their existence. More than anything, the Little Mermaid longed to find her place in that world. she felt a deep, inexplicable connection to the humans she had never met, a bond that transcended the boundaries of her underwater home. The ocean, as vast and wondrous as it was, could not contain the dreams that filled her heart. Despite her yearning, she remained devoted to her family and her people. She performed her duties as a princess of the sea with grace and diligence, though her heart often wandered to the world above. Her sisters, each beautiful and talented in their own right, admired her courage but did not share her curiosity. They were content with their lives beneath the waves, but the Little Mermaid's spirit was restless. Her father, the Sea King, often warned her of the dangers of the human world. He spoke of their wars, their greed, and their disregard for the ocean's beauty. But these warnings only deepened her resolve. The Little Mermaid did not see humans as enemies, but as beings she longed to understand. She believed there was beauty and goodness in their world, just as there was in hers. And so, the Little Mermaid waited, her heart brimming with dreams and questions. She knew that one day she would find a way to cross the divide between her world and theirs. Until then, she would continue to collect her treasures and gaze at the horizon, dreaming of the day she could walk among the humans and uncover the secrets of their world. When the Little Mermaid turned 15, the day she had long awaited finally arrived. She was permitted to swim to the surface and witness the world above the waves. Eager and exhilarated, she ascended through the endless blue, breaking through to the moonlit night. The sea stretched out like a vast mirror, reflecting the twinkling stars, and in the distance, a majestic ship cut through the calm waters. Its golden lights glowed warmly against the darkness, and the air was filled with music, laughter, and celebration. Curiosity drew the Little Mermaid closer. She gazed in wonder at the humans dancing and talking on the deck, their joy as radiant as the stars above. Among them, a young prince stood out. His dark eyes sparkled with kindness, and his smile was like a beacon in the night. She felt an unfamiliar pull in her heart, a mixture of fascination and longing as she watched him laugh and interact with those around him. But her admiration was cut short when the peaceful scene turned into chaos. Storm clouds rolled in, lightning split the sky, and waves surged like towering walls. The ship was tossed mercilessly by the sea until it shattered under the force of the storm. The prince was thrown overboard, and as the wreckage scattered across the raging waters, the Little Mermaid acted without hesitation. She dove into the tempest, her heart pounding with both fear and determination. Navigating the violent waves, she found the prince unconscious and sinking. With all her strength, she brought him to the surface and carried him to a quiet shore. As dawn broke, she stayed by his side, her heart aching with a newfound love. When she heard human voices approaching, she hid among the rocks, watching as they discovered the prince. Slipping silently back into the sea, she knew her life would never be the same. The Little Mermaid could not forget the prince, nor could she quiet the yearning in her heart to be part of his world. Day and night, she dreamed of walking by his side, of speaking to him, and of sharing in his laughter. Her longing grew so intense that she decided to seek out the Sea Witch, a powerful and cunning sorceress who dwelled in the shadowy depths of the ocean. The journey to the sea witch's lair was treacherous. The Little Mermaid swam through forests of kelp that writhed like living things, and past creatures with glowing eyes that watched her from the darkness. At last, she reached the eerie cave where the sea witch resided. The witch emerged from the shadows, her voice a sly whisper and her smile sharp as broken glass. "You seek to become human," the witch said, her tone dripping with mockery. "I can grant your wish, but it will come at a cost." She explained the terms of the bargain. The Little Mermaid's tail would be transformed into legs, allowing her to walk among humans. However, every step she took would feel like walking on blades, and she would forever lose her beautiful voice. If the prince did not love her and married another, her life would end, and she would dissolve into sea foam. The Little Mermaid's heart wavered, but her love for the prince and her dream of being part of his world outweighed her fears. With a trembling voice, she agreed. The sea witch cackled as she brewed a potion, the liquid swirling with dark magic. The Little Mermaid drank deeply, and an agonizing pain coursed through her as her tail split into legs. Overwhelmed but resolute, she surfaced to begin her new life, her heart full of hope and determination. The next morning, the Little Mermaid awoke on a sunlit shore, her body aching in ways she had never known. Her legs, new and unfamiliar, throbbed with a sharp, unrelenting pain. She glanced down at them, marveling at the transformation and the price she had paid. Gone was her elegant tail, replaced by fragile human limbs that bore the weight of her love and sacrifice. As she struggled to sit up, the soft sound of approaching footsteps reached her ears. She looked up to see the prince, his dark eyes filled with concern and curiosity as they locked onto hers. The Little Mermaid's beauty and air of mystery captivated him immediately. Though she could not speak, her expressive eyes and gentle smile conveyed a warmth that touched his heart. Intrigued and moved by her vulnerability, the prince extended his hand, offering her the protection of his home. He brought her to his palace, where she was welcomed as a guest, a figure of fascination and wonder among his people. As the days turned into weeks, the Little Mermaid became a constant presence in the prince's life. Her grace and charm quickly endeared her to everyone in the palace. Servants admired her quiet kindness, while noblewomen envied her ethereal beauty. But it was her devotion to the prince that truly set her apart. She watched over him with a love so pure and unwavering that it seemed to glow in her every action. Despite the excruciating pain that accompanied every step, the Little Mermaid danced for the prince. Her movements were as fluid as the ocean waves, each step a silent declaration of her love. Though she could not speak, her eyes spoke volumes. They told the story of her longing, her sacrifices, and the hope she carried in her heart. She poured all her emotions into these unspoken gestures, hoping they would bridge the gap her voice could not. The prince, charmed by her presence, treated her with kindness and affection. He valued her as a dear friend, often seeking her company and delighting in her graceful dances. Yet, as much as she wished otherwise, his heart belonged elsewhere. He often spoke of the girl he believed had saved him from the storm, a mysterious figure he had glimpsed on the shore. Each time he mentioned her, the little mermaid's heart ached. She listened in silence, her love unwavering even as her hope dimmed. The Little Mermaid's days were filled with quiet sorrow. She observed the prince's growing happiness as he anticipated meeting his savior again, unaware that she was right by his side. Her nights were spent staring at the moonlit sea, longing for the home she had left behind. She wondered if her sacrifice had been in vain, but even in her darkest moments, her love for the prince remained steadfast. Court, too, grew fond of the Little Mermaid, though they marveled at her silence. Whispers about her origins circulated among the nobles, who speculated she was a princess from a far-off land. Her mystery only added to her allure, and she became a cherished member of the prince's household. Yet, she remained an outsider, her heart burdened by secrets she could not share. One evening, the prince confided in her, sharing his hopes and dreams. He spoke of the life he envisioned with the woman he believed had saved him. Though his words were kind, they pierced the Little Mermaid's heart like daggers. Till she nodded and smiled, supporting him as best she could. Her love was selfless, even as it brought her unbearable pain. As time passed, the Little Mermaid's silent devotion began to take its toll. Her once bright eyes grew dim with sorrow, and her dances, though still graceful, were tinged with melancholy. Yet, she endured, driven by a love so profound that it eclipsed her suffering. She hoped that one day the prince would see her for who she truly was. But deep down, she feared that her silent devotion would never be enough to win his heart. Despite her struggles, the Little Mermaid found small moments of solace. She cherished the times when the prince smiled at her, even if it was not the way she had dreamed. She took comfort in knowing that her sacrifices allowed her to be near him, even if her love remained unrequited. For the Little Mermaid, this bittersweet existence was a testament to her enduring hope and the depths of her love. One day, the prince joyfully announced his engagement to a neighboring princess, convinced she was the one who had saved him from the storm. His words struck the Little Mermaid like a thunderclap, shattering her heart into pieces. She forced a smile and joined in the palace's preparations, though every moment was agony. She could not bring herself to hate him. His happiness was all she had ever wished for, even if it did not include her. That night, as laughter and music filled the air with celebration, the Little Mermaid retreated to the shore, her tears mingling with the waves. From the darkness, her sisters emerged, their hair cropped short, a sign of the sacrifice they had made. In their hands was a gleaming dagger, sharp and cold. They explained that they had given their hair to the Sea Witch in exchange for this one chance to save their sister. "Plunge this dagger into the prince's heart," her sisters pleaded. "If you do, his blood will restore your mermaid form, and you can return to the sea, free from this unbearable pain." The Little Mermaid took the dagger and returned to the palace, her heart heavy with indecision. She crept into the prince's chamber and stood over his sleeping form. The moonlight illuminated his serene face, and as she gazed at him, all the love she felt came rushing back. How could she harm him? Even if it meant saving herself, she could not destroy the one she loved most. With tears streaming down her face, she cast the dagger into the sea. Accepting her fate, she stepped out onto the balcony as dawn broke. As the first rays of sunlight touched her, her body dissolved into sea foam. But instead of vanishing, she felt herself lifted into the air, becoming a spirit of the wind, free to bring kindness and hope to the world. As the first light of dawn painted the horizon, the Little Mermaid stood on the shore, gazing at the prince one last time. She felt the sun's warmth on her skin as her body began to transform. Slowly, gently, she dissolved into sea foam, becoming one with the waves that lapped against the shore. But this was not the end of her story. Rather than vanishing into nothingness, the Little Mermaid felt a strange and wonderful sensation. Her spirit rose from the sea, carried by the wind and bathed in golden sunlight. She looked around in wonder and found herself among ethereal beings, spirits of the air, their forms delicate and radiant. One of them approached her with a kind smile and explained, "You have become one of us, a daughter of the air. Though you could not win the prince's love, your selfless actions have earned you a new purpose. You will journey with us, bringing comfort and kindness to the world." The Little Mermaid listened, her heart swelling with a new sense of hope. Though her love had ended in sacrifice, she had gained the chance to earn an immortal soul through good deeds. She soared through the skies, marveling at the beauty of the earth below. The lush green forests, the glittering rivers, and the bustling human towns. She resolved to use this second chance to bring joy and compassion wherever she went. Her pain had transformed into strength, her sorrow into purpose. While the prince remained unaware of her sacrifice, she found peace in knowing that her love had not been in vain. The Little Mermaid's story, though bittersweet, was a testament to the power of selflessness and the enduring hope of renewal. And so, dear listeners, the tale of the Little Mermaid draws to a close, leaving us with profound lessons to reflect upon. Her story is one of extraordinary courage, unwavering love, and ultimate selflessness. It reminds us that in life, we are often faced with decisions that test our deepest convictions and challenge the very core of who we are. The Little Mermaid's journey teaches us that true love is not about possession, but about sacrifice and the willingness to let go. Her unyielding devotion, even in the face of heartbreak, is a testament to the power of selflessness. She could have chosen resentment or despair, yet she rose above her suffering and embraced her new purpose as a spirit of the air. Her transformation symbolizes the hope for renewal and growth, even after profound loss. It shows us that by choosing compassion over bitterness and selflessness over selfish desires, we can transcend our struggles and find a greater meaning in life. Just as the Little Mermaid found purpose in bringing kindness to the world, we too can strive to leave a positive impact through our actions. Let her tale inspire us to act with love and courage, even when the path is uncertain. Thank you for joining us tonight on Fairy Tale Nights. If you enjoyed this story, please consider subscribing to our channel and sharing it with fellow dreamers. Your support helps us bring more enchanting tales to life. Until next time, may your dreams be as boundless as the sea and as bright as the stars above. Sweet dreams and good night.